Hi, this is Aya Sturdivant, aka the Metaphysician, here with a perfect dream. And today is Saturn Saturday. In regards to this week's theme, which is changing the perspective to meet your goals, dreams, and aspirations. And today I'm going to talk to you about lessons I have learned in consciousness in regards to changing my perspective towards my dreams, goals, and aspirations. One of the things that I did come upon the lesson of learning is that in consciousness or in authentic living, one of the things that I noticed is that there's always protection for the individual who has a changed perspective, which means that the way that you were currently able to manifest or bring things about will no longer work for you. And what I mean by that is, let's say if you wanted to manifest a certain amount of money, if you've changed your perspective on how you should draw money to yourself, how you should attract money to yourself, even if you try to go that old route, it won't work. You might yield very little results, or you might just find yourself, spinning your wheels, but it doesn't normally work for you. What ends up happening is that because of the new perspective, there is a protection in that, meaning that you can try to operate in that same way, but it does not yield you the same results because that perspective is now outdated. It is no longer useful to you in your new level of consciousness and where you're going in life. So old things tend not to work anymore, and you outgrow them. The new perspective kind of has enforced itself in you, in your mind, in your emotions, in your heart, to where it's really an encouragement to say, okay, look, you see that's not working. Why don't you just do what it is that you're supposed to do? Act as if, and let the answers come to you. This is where, you have to feel your way out of your situation, of your challenge, of your circumstance. It's a lot of times it can seem that it's just so much easier. Like, I don't have to put up with this. I can just go over here and do this. A lot of times that's easier, but the new perspective has to definitely, change. It has to change you. And it does. Which is why old modes of going about things, of manifesting things, do not work as they should. There's always protection in that, because you know what? It keeps you balanced. It keeps the perspective that you're currently having fresh, and also reminds you as to why you changed your perspective and how you will go about attracting wealth, and how you will go about attracting relationships, and how you will go about attracting certain things. So for instance, if you attract, a relationship, it's easier for you to be like, this is not going to work. Been there, done that. It's not gonna work. The new way that I have of communicating things, I'm sorry, you are in remembrance of the old template that I was working from, and I'm not interested in that. No, thank you. And it's easier to walk away rather than to let that be a relationship that is a bad relationship for years, and you struggle to get out of that. So, with that being said, there's always protection for that. There's always a protection that you have built into where you are no longer able to use the old mode of working, in that your soul requires that you continue with this authentic perspective so that you can move forward. It's kind of nudging you along. Stop being scared. Go ahead. It's okay. You're going to eventually get to where you want to get to. So it's also your soul being your cheerleader, cheering you on. And the protection is that you don't get into those old things anymore. If you hear the story of Michael Beckwith, how he was trying to make a living selling drugs, and when he became conscious and had his spiritual awakening, how he had been caught and he was about to go to jail, and how the judge dismissed his case against him, and it allowed him to be able to go on and provide us with the spiritual guidance and information that he does. And I'm certain that he might not have been able to do that sitting behind bars, you know. So again, the protection of that is that he had changed his mind, and it enabled him to be able to continue on with, you know, how he wanted to live. So again, always remember that, you know, a changed mind is very good when it comes to manifesting, and it also enables you to be able to keep the new perspective, and keep yourself on the path that you've been on, you know. So that is my Saturn Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please email me for any you know, any concerns, questions, suggestions at aperfectdream37@yahoo.com or www.aperfectdream.org. Visit me on Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And remember, you are the change that you seek, and there's also and always protection with your new perspective. You will not lose it. Just hold on and keep striving. Until next time, namaste.